Welcome to Baz Travels.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
Emerging from the heavy industrial shadows of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, the transition back into the open air of the 14th Street is almost startling. It is a physical and emotional shift that every visitor feels. The sudden return of the bright DC sun and the expansive view of the National Mall. As you begin the walk north towards Washington Monument, you're carrying the weight of what you've just witnessed, but the landscape ahead offers a different kind of scale, a soaring vertical symbol of hope and foundational strength. This short walk is perhaps one of the most contemplative stretches in the city. To your left, the Bureau of Engraving and Printing continues its rhythmic mechanical work, while to your right, the vast green lawns of the mall begin to stretch out towards the horizon. The Washington Monument grows larger with every step, its 555-foot stone obelisk acting as a giant sundial for the city. It serves as a North Star for pedestrians, a constant point of orientation in a city of complex narratives. There is a unique irony in this particular path. You have just left a building that documents the complete collapse of civil society and the darkest depths of human cruelty. Now you're walking towards the primary symbol of a man who has led the struggle for American independence. The contrast is sharp and necessary. The monument doesn't just represent George Washington, it represents the birth of a nation built on the radical idea of self-governance. Walking between these two sites forces you to bridge the gap between the memory of what was lost and the promise of what was built. As you approach the base of the hill where the monument stands, the ground begins to slope upwards. The flags surrounding the base of the obelisk snap in the wind, a kinetic circle of colour against the white Maryland marble. You'll notice a shift in the stone about a third of the way up, a visual scar where construction stopped during the Civil War. It's a reminder that even this great symbol was nearly undone by the nation's own internal divisions. It tells a story of perseverance, suggesting that the work of building a country is often interrupted, difficult and slow. The atmosphere here is vibrant and inclusive. You'll see families sitting on the grass, tourists taking photos that try and capture the impossible height of stone, and people from every corner of the globe converging at the center of the city. After the hushed interior silence of the museum, the sound of the mall, the distant sirens, the laughter and the wind feel like a homecoming. By the time you reach the crest of the hill, the entire city reveals itself. From this vantage point, you can see the Capitol, the White House, and the Lincoln Memorial. The walk back from the Holocaust Museum has brought you back to the center of the American experiment. It is a place of perspective, where the gravity of history meets the soaring ambitions of the future. You stand at the base of the tallest stone structure in the world, reminded that while the shadows of the past are deep, the light of the present is wide and full of possibility.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.